Hey, real quick, we have segmented this little session like 5-6 minutes um, to essentially kind of break down one of the questions that was asked. And I think it's a really important point. A lot of coaches, a lot of fitness business owners fall victim to. And it's all about dealing with the financial ups and downs of business. And there are some golden nuggets in this 6 minute little clip that I think is really going to help a vast majority out right now and stop being reactive in the business, understand how to kind of create that security financially. So there's some golden nuggets in here that I think are really, really great. That's why we clipped this little one. So hope you enjoy this next bit. Hope you take a lot from it. Let us know in the comments below. Cheers.
Dealing with financial setbacks and not letting it get to you, and not letting it get you down to keep you going with everything else. I suppose it's how to deal with financial setbacks and not letting it get you down to keep going with everything else. Really good question.
Exactly.
Sky, I'm going to go to you first.
I think having a clear plan can really help with that. I mean, there's context with financial setbacks, right? Sometimes it is the way that it is. Like I can remember not last November, but the November before, I think I had like 7 clients leave all at once. And I was like, oh, fuck. And that's just one of those things that happens. But I have a plan. Like I'm always quite consistent with the way that I can get people in. And so in that sense, that can help with some of the kind of negativity that can come with that. And you're going to get it. Like I was like, fuck, is it really because it's just like one of these freak things that happens? Or is it because I'm a shit coach and blah, blah, blah? So I think it's going to be part and parcel. There's going to be times where you are worried or down about your financial situation. But I think having a plan and sticking to the plan and not being enticed into making knee-jerk reactions can really help. And if you don't have a plan, then it's a call to action that you need to get one. But really trying to not do things out of desperation. Sometimes you can see when people are doing things out of desperation to try and get some money in. And sometimes you can do things that do just bring you a little injection of cash, and that's fine, but it also needs to feed to the wider picture of what you're doing. I don't know if I've really answered that question. I think for me, the first few times I did this, I felt that desperation, and it came across in the interactions that I was having, especially when I went from, when I went back to being self-employed after COVID and I left Pure Gym. That my first goal was just to cover the same wage that I was getting from Pure Gym, but then that month where I lost a few clients, that was one of the times. There's a few times like that where people left all at once and there was an air of desperation about the things that I was doing, and that just made things worse. So I tried to kind of have an attitude of just be consistent and do everything the same way that you would if you weren't worried about finances. So have the same interactions, have the same actions. If you need to maybe up your marketing a little bit, or maybe up your social proof or up your lead gen in whatever sense, then do that, but not in a way of, oh my God, I'm just going to take anyone and anyone on, or oh my God, I'm going to do this 8-week fat loss course, even though it's not in your values at all. So yeah, I think you've got to come back to your values and you've got to stick to your plan.
Thoughts, Nick? Anything you would add?
The only thing I would add into that is if you are paying yourself based on the highs and lows of each month of your revenue, like Sky said there, you're probably going to fall into that point of panic. If you first of all understand that your break even and living costs, and then pay yourself based on that first, and then incrementally start to creep that up. For example, right, if you took $5,500 in revenue this month and you took all that money personally, and then next month you have, let's say, 4 clients leave, and now you're down to 4.5, that's directly affected your lifestyle. Where if I'm earning $5,500 this month and I pay myself 4, then next month I pay myself 4, next month it's not directly affecting me. So that panic and emotional connection to that doesn't kick in. Do you know what I mean? Where if you find that your medium or your average earnings are like $750 a month over like 4 or 5 months, then, oh, great, I'll take that $4,000 and I'll add another 500 quid on it because I've got a buffer. I think a lot of coaches, because they don't manage their money effectively and they live directly within their means of what they earn that exact month, it directly affects them emotionally because I haven't got this amount of money this month, I haven't got this much amount of money next month, so forth and so forth. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's like, we say in the kind of training, like pay yourself don't directly pay your, like, the money you take in isn't yours every single month. I think that will massively help what Sky was talking about then, about having that immense emotional attachment to that number going up and down every single month or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? So,
Sorry, go on.
no, I was just going to say that's probably going to help a lot of coaches out, is having an understanding of that.
Yeah.
And doing that.
Yesterday we did a bit of an event at our gym, and one of the members is a financial advisor, and she did a little quick talk, and it was a really nice reminder. But she was saying, like, your financial fitness is really important to your overall health as well. And she just gave some like really quick tips of, it's not about being wealthy and being rich and having loads of money in savings and like investing, but there are really simple things that you could do. And you should always have like a little cash pot of money for emergencies. And that's the same as like paying yourself. What I do every month is I pay myself my wage, and then I pay into another account, like an emergency fund, so that if I have a month where things are down, it's okay, because I know that I've still got this pot before I have to start going into savings or whatever else. So it's like tax pot, my wage, and then my emergency or like extra fund. So I think that's something that you should, again, don't wait until the end of the month and then be like, oh, I've got a little bit extra, I'll put that away. Like, just make it a bit of a non-negotiable of like, every month whilst I'm in this position, I'll put it away. And then if there is a month where I'm down, it's okay because I've got that buffer.
100%.